Tesla Model 3 after 3 years. Many electric car owners are Tesla Model 3 owners, and while the car is far from perfect, it seems the vast majority of those owners don't regret their choice to buy the Tesla sedan. This Model 3 owner has had his car for 3 years, so he has a solid idea of the costs of ownership, how the battery is holding up, and what there is to like and dislike about the EV. The Tesla Model 3 was the most popular EV in the US and on the planet, at least for a time. In fact, it's considered the electric car that proved EVs could become mainstream vehicles and provide solid competition against the most compelling gas-powered rivals. The larger Model Y has now taken the lead as the more popular of the two Tesla siblings, but the Model 3 is the more affordable option. Chances are, most people considering an EV at least know about the Model 3, and many of them probably have the Tesla on their list of options. This would be especially true if they're looking for a relatively affordable EV, but don't need a crossover. With all of that said, YouTube influencer Olyor dives in, not only to show off his gorgeous Model 3 performance, but to fill us in on all the details surrounding his ownership experience. We have to say, we've seen a whole lot of videos like this, and Olyor does a spectacular job that really stands out. Olyor has never owned a car as long as he's had his Tesla, which certainly says something about the car. Right up front, he tells us he didn't spend the money on Tesla's full self-driving package, and he's happy he saved the money. He says it's just not worth it, especially for people living outside the US, rather than spending 20 minutes raving about the Model 3 and then throwing in a few obligatory negatives at the end. Olyor takes a different approach. Near the beginning, he moves right into the things he doesn't like about the car and then goes on to provide a very balanced take. Olyor notes that the windshield wipers leave much to be desired. His Model 3 doesn't have a heat pump, and his winter range isn't as good as he'd hoped for. He also says the wind noise at higher speeds is pretty bad, but newer models are better insulated. Aside from one recall and a 12-volt battery replacement, his car has really been issue-free. And the service situation was positive and convenient in both cases. Rather than spoiling the whole video for you, which is, again, well worth watching, we'll leave you to check it out on your own. Olyor does a much better job than we ever could, so we hope you enjoy the delivery and the eye candy. Source: reposted and summarized from Stephen Loveday at Inside EVS.